Hey guys, what's up? This is Blaze the Movie Fan and happy Halloween. And in celebration of that, I decided to watch my favorite horror movie, A Nightmare on Elm Street, and make a spoiler movie review of it. Before I begin, I'd just like to say that I am referring to the Nightmare on Elm Street movie from 1984. Not that shitty remake that lacks everything that made the original one awesome. Now, A Nightmare on Elm Street isn't just my favorite horror movie, it is one of my favorite movies, period. And I watch it a lot, not just on Halloween. But anyway, let's start. The movie doesn't start very scary. What's happening during the credits is alright. But then we see a woman running away from something. What the hell is she running away from? Well, since I have seen this movie several times before, obviously I know. But if this was the first time I'm watching it, I would be pretty confused. But then it's revealed that she is running from Freddy Krueger. Freddy's name isn't revealed until much later in the movie, but everybody already fucking knows who Freddy Krueger is. But yeah, she wakes up with her shirt slashed for some reason. Yeah, the damage to the shirt somehow manages to cross over to the real world. The next day, a couple of friends talk about the nightmares that they had. They were basically all being stalked by the same guy, Freddy Krueger. The fact that they all dreamt about the same guy, that's very fucking odd. Because that doesn't usually happen. But anyway, yeah. Tina Gray goes to sleep and her boyfriend, Rod Lane, is in the same room that she is sleeping. Now it's time to get into what makes Freddy Krueger so fucking awesome. It's the fact that when he goes after the victims in his dreams, he doesn't just fucking kill them. He also has a very creepy laugh and scares the shit out of them by making sounds with his claws. He really has fun killing people, which I can't tell. Freddy Krueger is a sociopath, and that's exactly what makes him so fucking awesome. And here comes the scene that is probably my favorite scene of the movie. And it's mainly because of how fucking scary it is. The scene is both scary and fucking awesome. Freddy Krueger brutally murders Tina Gray. And you know what else? Rod Lane is being accused of the murder, even though no claws were found at the place. That is fucking scary, but I understand exactly why he was the one that's being accused. Because a sociopath killing someone in a dream, that's just fucking unrealistic and that can't happen. Yeah, that's why nobody fucking believes him when he tries to tell people that he is innocent. Well, no one except for Nancy Thompson. She is trying to prove that the guy is innocent. Now, of course, her father, Don Thompson, doesn't believe her either. In fact, he really thinks that guy is the one who murdered Tina Gray. Now, I don't think Dawn is being an asshole or anything like that here. In fact, I understand exactly why he didn't believe Nancy. or anyone else who is trying to tell him that someone in the dreams killed that guy. That's totally understandable. And you know what else is fucking scary? Nancy is afraid of going to sleep because she knows that Freddy could kill him. Because she knows that Freddy could kill her next. And unfortunately that's exactly what happens. She goes to school and takes a nap there. Now in the dream she has in the school, she follows Freddy Krueger to the basement, and for some reason the basement has a fucking factory. That's not really the basement of the school, that's just part of the dream. But anyway, when she gets burned in the dream, she gets burned in real life. Yeah, that scene is also fucking scary. And Freddy Krueger also tries to drown her later on when she is just trying to relax in a bath. I really feel sorry for that poor woman. She is so afraid of going to sleep because she knows that Freddy could do something to her. That is so fucking scary, it really is. Now she wants to prove that Freddy is real. So she asks her friend, Glenn Lance, if he could wake her up when something bad is happening. But unfortunately, he falls asleep when he is supposed to wake her up when something bad happens. Thankfully though, the alarm clock wakes her up. In a later dream, she finds out that Rod Lane could be next, so she heads over to the prison and finds out that he is brutally murdered in the prison cells. Now her father thinks that guy committed suicide, which again is understandable. The fact that no one can fall asleep in the fear of being brutally murdered by Freddy Krueger is so fucking scary. The main reason why it's fucking scary in this movie is because it has good characters that are very interesting and I cared about them a lot. And that's exactly what a good horror movie is supposed to be. But anyway, later on, after she tries to talk about what really happened, no one fucking believes her. So Nancy is sent to a special place to get some help. And while she sleeps there, she finds Freddy Krueger again and takes his fucking hat out of the dream world. And that's also where Freddy Krueger's name is revealed in this movie. And the fact that she was willing to take his hat off and bring it from the dream world to reality is so fucking clever of her. This is yet another reason why I think that Nancy is a great protagonist. But anyway, Nancy tries to tell her mother about what Freddy Krueger does. And Nancy's mother just says, that she needs sleep and she will feel better that way. Okay, I understand that she doesn't believe that the hat was really from the dream world. I would have a hard time believing that as well. But how the hell do you explain her getting slashed in her arms? I mean, it is pretty obvious that the doctors had nothing to do with it. So how the hell do you explain that? But later on, she is willing to help Nancy know more about Freddy Krueger. Apparently, he was a child murderer who was killed. That's very interesting. Now she has an idea that could work. She is trying to bring Freddy Krueger to the real world. How does she manage to do that? Well, by holding Freddy Krueger while she is streaming. That sounds very fucking risky. But does it pay off? Well, later on in the movie, Glenn's mother gets brutally murdered in her dreams. And the bloodshots look very fucking awesome. And scary at the same time. But you know what? Nancy's plan works. Holy shit, it really fucking works. She did manage to bring Freddy Krueger to the real world. Unfortunately, she had a hard time convincing the cops to get over to her place. But her father did manage to see a glimpse of Freddy Krueger and regrets not believing her before. Though that's not completely his fault. I mean, nobody would believe something as unrealistic as someone brutally murdering someone through the dream. Now everything seems to be resolved. Almost everything. As it turns out, it's impossible to kill Freddy Krueger. Yeah, Freddy Krueger gets burned in the real world, but that doesn't stop him in the slightest. And the movie ends revealing that Freddy Krueger is still alive and at large. Now it's time for my overall thoughts. This movie is fucking awesome. It is my favorite horror movie of all time. And for that I'm going to give this movie 2 thumbs up. I hope you enjoyed this review, guys. Well guys, that's all I'm going to say. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.